Yo, welcome back to Christ First Channel, and today I'm here with another movie parable. Today we're gonna go into Matrix Revolutions. Matrix is one of the movies where literally it like correlates with Christianity so much. Like when you watch the movie, as if you're a Christian and you watch that movie, just think of the Bible and Christianity when you watch it, and it is so like close. I mean, even just talking about the blue pill and the red pill, and then what's real and what's not. I mean, it's just it's amazing, but anyways, we're gonna go on Matrix Revolution, and this like short scene, probably like a minute and a half, and it's this part where basically, right, Mr. Anderson was fighting Agent Smith. After he was fighting Agent Smith, he's on the floor now, and he's on the floor, and as he's about to get up, right, he's just still he has this will still going, this like indomitable spirit and will just pushing him. And Agent Smith is confused because he's just wondering, like, why are you still trying to get up? And he's sitting here talking to him, basically trying to talk him down from getting up, just trying to like, minimize humanity as it is, and just say, what's the point? Like, you got to be fighting for something, right? And he's telling him these things that usually anybody else in his position probably would have gave up, because in the moment, Mr. Anderson's like losing this battle, like he's already like been beaten, and yet somebody's already talking to him in a way that's, what's the word? Kind of like when you're tempted, like it's something that's already like feeding how you feel, right? So in that moment, he already feels down, but he chooses to do different. I didn't mean to spoil that part, but that's basically what happens. He's on the floor, and Agent Smith is just saying like, "Why do you do this? Why, Mr. Anderson? Why do you persist? I mean, like it must be for love or something." And then Mr. Anderson says, "Because I choose to." Anderson says, "Because I choose to." Right, and that's where I want to connect this to the word. One of the things that a lot of young people struggle with is with pornography, right? And that's something that a lot of, especially young males and some young women as well, they really struggle with that, trying to get out of it. Something I struggle with as well. And the thing about it is every time we fall, the enemy is just like Agent Smith, like just sitting there saying things to keep us down and wondering still, why are we getting up? Because in this walk, it's like once we fail, we keep going back to this habitual sin. Like, why are you? Satan's trying to understand, why are we getting up? Why are we still trying to walk this walk? Like, don't you see that you can't do it? Don't you see that you're not strong enough? Just like how Agent Smith was saying, like, don't you see that you can't do it, right? And the beautiful thing is that Mr. Anderson did not give up. No matter what happened, he didn't give up. He kept like he kept pushing it, and he still got up. And it showed, just because of his outside circumstances, it wasn't going to stop him from doing what was right. And that's the same for us. Just because we may be struggling in an area or maybe weak, and not just with pornography, but any other area in our life where we're struggling to, whether it's listening to God or struggling to trust God or all these things, the enemy tries to use that to keep us down and to show us why we shouldn't follow God. But we have that choice that the Lord has given every single person in this world, and that choice is to still choose him. So in that moment while Agent Smith was trying to beat him down, saying, "Why, Mr. Anderson? Why do you persist?" He was saying that in a moment of anger, like, "Why are you still going? Haven't you seen that you lost and you still have this will and this choice to want to keep going?" And as I said before, his simple answer was, "Because I choose to." And that's how we have to be when we're falling, or when we make mistakes, or when the Lord is revealing a weakness in our life. We have to choose to keep going, because that's all we have left. We can't rely on our own strength, our own power, our own might, right? Like how in the word it says, "Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit." And what's funny is God says this because he wants us to lean on him. He wants us to trust him in these situations. So that scene, I know this was a short one, but that scene was so beautiful, and I just want to talk about it because I know somebody's out there struggling, and particularly with pornography, just falling down. The enemy is talking in our ear while we're down, trying to get us to condemn ourselves and to push us away from God, and that's what he really wants. But we have to use that choice that the Lord has given us to choose him, even after we've made a mistake. We have to make that choice with that hurt, repentant heart, and to choose God, to choose a better way. Because at the end of the day, it's a process God's trying to lead you out of. I'm not saying it's okay to just go and sin willingly, but the fact that you're hurt by you falling or making these mistakes shows that God is still working in your heart, right? So because of that, we have to take that choice and not choose ourselves and self-condemn and not forgive ourselves and all these other things, but to choose God, to choose to get up and keep walking and do it again. So you may fall, but you get up and you walk again. Now, the verse we're going to do for this is Proverbs 24:16. The godly may trip 7 times, but they will get up again. But one disaster is enough to overthrow the wicked. Those that don't live for God, when they have disasters come in their life or mistakes or they've done something wrong, it's hard for them to get over it. And if anything, it overthrows their vibe and everything. It overthrows who they are, all this stuff. But for us, when we fall, when we make a mistake, see, we get up again. We use that choice to get up again, just like how Mr. Anderson did. Agent Smith was wanting him to stay down. You've lost to me several times. Why are you still trying to fight? Why are you still trying to fight for something that doesn't even matter? And what Agent Smith couldn't understand is that was humanity in Mr. Anderson. That human spirit, that human will, that free choice that we've been given, even in moments where it's easy to give up and to give out and to not, want to keep doing what's right or keep walking that narrow road, we still say, I'm going to do it, even though everything's showing me that I shouldn't or that I can't. And that's where Christians come in. That's where we lean on Christ, because it's like everything's showing us, our whole entire life, our flesh, our choices, our decisions are showing us we don't deserve this path we're even trying to take. But we go in there in hopes, knowing that what the Son did for us is enough. So the enemy's wondering, why are you still doing this? But our choice is in Jesus, because we have faith of what he did. So choose God this week or whenever in your life. Just choose him all the time. Do not choose yourself, and don't give up. And for those fighting with pornography and struggling with lust and addiction, do not give up. Just because you fall, that does not mean you have the right to say, oh, I don't deserve you, God, I'm leaving. Who are you? You're not God. God has loved you even when you didn't notice him. Now you acknowledge him and you made a mistake and you think, I'm just going to leave. No, you have to stay in it. You have to stay in that fight. You have to really get into it with God. So I hope this helps somebody. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.